Hi, this is Sasha Harford, Next Artist. I'm showing you some hair tips today. So sometimes I wake up with a frizz in my hair. I really don't want to wet it again. A lot of times when you do curls, you really want to re-wet it to reform your curl, but today we're just going to do iron curls and show you how we can make this a little bit more polished without wetting it and reorganizing your curl with product. So first I want to start with moisture. You can use Shea Moisture for finer hair, sometimes medium textured hair. Kiehl's Silkroom is a personal favorite of mine. I'm just going to put it everywhere, and sometimes even the moisture product alone can help enhance the curl and make it happen. Bring it back to its natural state. We're going to go a little further and show you how to get a nice large curl because my curls have expanded. I've tied it back, I've brushed it out. I want to tighten them back, but I don't want it to be too tight, okay? I'm going to use a 1.5 inch iron right here. This is Hot Tools, and it's a Marcel. Marcels are tricky. It's almost like a chopstick. I would suggest when you first start doing this, you want to use a normal clamp iron, preferably ceramic plate so it protects your hair a little bit better, or at least it doesn't burn your hair as quickly. I have dense hair, so I'm probably going to notch this up to about 400 plus or minus. And if you have finer hair, you might want to do 300 right here. And I kind of shuffle my hair where I want it to go. So I'm kind of going in this direction. And back here, I'm going to slide it back here, have it go back this way, my curls. And I take small sections with my iron. And I kind of have to go up to the top with this area because if I go bottom, I won't get the right angle. So sometimes it's about twisting it and turning it the way you can to make it work. Let it set for a minute and pull it out. Best bet is to let it set. Don't pull it out right away. Take small sections, go all the way to the root, especially if you want lift. Obviously, my hair does not need any extra lift. Sometimes I slide it through, sometimes I wrap it, depending on what I'm looking for. If I'm not happy with my direction, I change it. The thing is, going over your curls more than once can release them, so you want to go really carefully, really have your idea in mind before you start. And absolutely do not disturb that curl until your hair has cooled down. Let's organize that a little bit better. Okay, so I'm going to get the base a little bit, and then I'm going to go around and wrap it. Okay, wrapping curls will make them look a little less contrived, a little more modern. And sometimes if some curls look great, I really don't touch them. Okay, let's do that again, show you how it's done. This side is kind of somewhere between long and short, so I'm curling it a kind of different way, wrapping it from the base and pulling it through. The longer pieces I wrap. The shorter pieces sometimes I pull through. So I'm wrapping the longer piece here. This is absolutely how you would do shorter hair. Longer hair might be slightly different. Generally it's a wrap curl. So I'm going all the way through, making sure my section's not too big. I'm not too neat or purposeful. I feel like that looks a little more contrived. Sometimes you can go over your frizzy curl and just leave the ones that are working, or curl them slightly in certain parts, but not the whole curl. So the shorter pieces, you notice I'm wrapping and kind of pulling through a little bit more. Taking a larger piece here. This is where I pull through a little bit. As you go back, it gets a little harder. It's harder to see. But the longer ones, again, I wrap. The product really helps set the curl, and the product also protects your hair. You can use silicone, you can use jojoba oil. There are some companies making great oils like Malaya Organics, one of my favorite hair oil companies, and face oil companies, and body oil companies. They make a really great hair oil, and it's lighter. And also, Orbe makes a sculpting cream. That's an excellent product choice for reforming your curl. Sometimes it's just topping your curl. It's great. You can just put it on top, Kiehl's is one of my all-time favorites. There's light Kiehl silk groom and there's regular Kiehl silk groom. All curly hair is usually dry most of the time. So you really do have to replenish and protect. But there is a point with fine curly hair that you have to be careful how much moisture you put in. And you choose oils that are a little bit lighter. Devachon has a few great curl products and moisture products for finer hair. One of my favorite ones is Mixed Chicks Cream. I should say curl cream. That's an excellent product for me for denser, coarser, frizzier curls. That's definitely a great product line to use. And it's really about trial and error. You have to try a few things. Now what I generally do is I combine Mixed Chicks and Kiehl silk groom to make my curl from wet to dry. If I'm just topping and doing curls dry, I just add more Kiehls if needed. If I have enough moisture in there already, which you kind of know, you can tell from the ends, and if it looks dull, then I'll just add Kiehl silk groom and curl on top or blow dry, one or the other. The beautiful thing about Kiehl silk groom is that it is something you can use wet and dry. And there are a lot of products out there like that, especially the hair cream products. They're definitely wet to dry usually. The curl creams are different. They are absolutely for wet hair. Let's recurl that didn't quite stay in. And I go through a little bit, make sure I set properly. My curls are coming together as we speak. This can take about 15 minutes if you're set up. Longer hair might be more, but my hair, 10 minutes, 15 minutes to curl. And I go around here. It takes time to master this. You definitely want to get a regular curling iron with a prong because this can be tricky with the Marcel iron. Usually a lot of professionals use it. And I would definitely give yourself more time when you first start out because it takes time to really master this, and you don't want to be in a rush and, you know, cause yourself a burn or your hair a burn. Definitely not. Once you get used to it, you will pick up speed and get it done very fast. So at this point, it's really important to let everything cool down so the curls lock in. You can stand in front of a window if there's cool air outside, or you can stand in front of an AC, or you can just walk around a cool room before you open up your curl if you plan on opening up. If you like it as is, you can leave it. Sometimes when I have a few more curls in and I haven't brushed my hair out, I don't really over curl it with an iron. I just let some of them work in with my regular hair pattern, my curl pattern. I just do iron and natural curls together. That way it looks more real. Sometimes when I first dry my hair, my curls are a little bit tighter, so I use a smaller iron that matches my curl and use this and kind of use natural curl and iron curl together. And then when my curls loosen up, this is about an inch, I use 1.5 inches. But with this shape, you're gonna get more of a natural shape that looks more real, especially if you don't curl the ends, especially because it's thicker here and thinner there. You can also do smaller or larger curls, which makes things look more real generally. But today we're going for bigger, a little more glamorous. And with my thick hair, I can get through it a lot faster. This is some little tips I'm giving you for the day, and I hope it helps. And practice definitely makes perfect. Thank you, and enjoy.